welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. We're going to get right into the weekly reading for the sign of Aquarius. This is going to be for March 1st through to the 7th. Alright, guys, we're going to get right into pulling out your romance angel messages for the week, Aquarius. First full week of March. Let's see if it's going to be better than February. February was rough, I think, for a lot of people. Alright, guys, let's get your angel messages out. We have release your ex. We have flirting, being lighthearted, right? And we have reconciliation. Interesting. You'd have reconciliation in the same one as releasing your ex. So it could be certainly reconciliation with the right person, right? Releasing the ex and coming together maybe with the person you should have been with all along, right? Let's pull out your animal spirits. Now, these animal spirits may or may not resonate with you, and that's fine. Just take what applies to you, your situation, Aquarius. This March 1st through the 7th. And we know what the other ones mean, right? The other messages are very clear. Flirting, of course, is just being lighthearted, right? You know, so having a lighthearted week. That card has come out for quite a few of the weekly readings so far. So I think everybody's trying to have a nice light first week to March. All right, so your animal spirits are Firefly, air energy associated with bursts of inspiration. We have the whale. The whale came out earlier as well. I believe it was for perhaps Sagittarius. And we have the golden egg. The golden egg is associated with the heart chakra. Of course, the whale is water energy. So let's get right into it before we pull your spread out. The firefly is a wonderful animal spirit associated with air, of course, and it is the spirit of intense inspiration coming in, right? But of course, just like the firefly, it only lasts for a second and then it goes away, right? And so in a lot of ways, you have to be very focused and attentive, right, at times like this, because times like this, inspiration is coming in very, very quickly and just as quickly leaving. So you have to keep your eyes open, right? It may be a time where you're just getting inspiration on anything, really. This could be creative, or this could be inspiration about your life, about your relationship, whatever the case may be. Inspiration comes in a lot of different forms and really can affect a lot of different areas of your life. But in any case, we're talking about being very aware, very open, very focused right now. Now, the whale is water energy, and of course talks about the ability to really go deep within your feelings and remain stable. The whale is associated with wisdom and spirituality and understanding and compassion in a lot of ways. And so this is oftentimes somebody who's a counselor or a therapist, somebody who is able to talk with you about like really heavy stuff, right? Go through really heavy traumatic even things with you, discuss that with you, or you may be resonating with that energy yourself, right? In any case, the spirit of the whale comes in at a time in our lives when we need that extra strength, that extra support to be able to deal with perhaps a very difficult sort of emotional sort of, situation or traumatic situation, right? And the whale comes in with all of its wisdom and its sort of stability, emotional stability. Then we have the golden heart coming in, and the golden heart is associated with the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. And it talks about warmth, right? Here we have more warmth and understanding, because it is warmth. That's why the egg is golden. It is the need for being warm and understanding, nurturing, compassionate, right? These are the things that we associate with being warm and embracing. And so that's really what's needed at a time when you're trying to open up your heart chakra. It could be that, things may have been going on for a little while that may have closed it up or made you feel a little harder than you should towards certain situations, right? It could be that you were hurt and you really needed some time to heal before you could open up your heart again. Whatever the case is right now, the golden egg is coming into your life, Aquarius, at a time when, the energies are there for you perhaps to open up your heart, or at least to be dealing with somebody who is at the current time working on opening up their heart to you. And this could also be part of that reconciliation as well. So let's go ahead and get right into pulling out your spreads for the week. Straight out, we have the High Priestess, Sun, and the Devil. Wow, 3 major arcana in a row. Strong energies here. High Priestess rarely comes up. She is indeed true to her nature. Certainly in my readings, very elusive. But here she is to remind you, Aquarius, that right now your intuition is riding very high. Your self-confidence is riding very high. You're in a very strong position right now. In spirit and in psyche, you're coming in with this energy this week. You absolutely know what's going on. You almost see the future coming as it comes into you. I think you've just been on a very intense journey of awareness, and it's led you to a place where you are very intentional about your life. You're very in the moment learning, and this is the High Priestess energy, and of course it is the secret, right, that she holds. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets, and the secret to life oftentimes it's an individual secret, right? We only have our individual truths, and so it's by living life that you learn your secret, right, Aquarius? And so this is what's going on for you right now. You're having a real intentional moment. Some of you who are resonating with this, you're having a very intentional time right now in your life, right? You're being aware, you're being focused, you're feeling the moments as you're living them, if you know what I mean. And that doesn't come easily, but when it does come, it can feel really, it feels quite nice, right? You can feel like you literally are kind of high on life because you are sort of really experiencing every moment of it. And that's what I'm talking about when you're not thinking ahead, but when you're thinking about the moments. So some of you are resonating with this, and you're getting met with sun energy this week. And so, of course, you're resonating and creating a feedback loop. The sun is shining on you. You're the center of attention this week, certainly. A lot of clarity is coming into your life, and certainly this is the law of attraction with energies, that you are riding so high with this High Priestess that, of course, you bring the sun in with you. That just increases. However, you do run out the week with the Devil energy, and that's quite interesting because it could be that you ride on a particular high that's like, with all of this attention right here, right? It could be with the sun, because the sun brings growth and it brings understanding and clarity, but it also can sometimes feel like you're in the spotlight, and it can take your breath away to that degree. So just take care, because the Devil really is a feeling of being torn, right? You're going to begin to have like an internal conflict perhaps, or a power struggle to a certain degree, because there will be other energies pulling on you. Certainly if you are in the spotlight, this could be somebody who might be becoming famous, right? You might be becoming famous, and you knew you were going to become famous. Of course, you have the High Priestess here, but you know, with fame comes a lot of Devil energy, in a sense that you know, there's danger ahead if you do not remain sort of strong, right? And if you do not remain creative, and if you kind of just take the easy road of instant gratification. So just be very careful later on with these individuals, places, people, and things that may be around you that will trigger you. And this is the end of the week, so this could be just a hint of this coming in towards the end of the week about your future. Knight of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So some of you are coming in this week, Aquarius, with a Knight of Cups energy, and you're trying to like get that love connection going with someone. You're trying to really like give them a cup of love and let them know that you're thinking about them, Aquarius. I think you're trying to make that move. However, you do come into the week with a 7 of Wands, and you feel like you're having a lot of obstacles in your way. These obstacles almost feel like they're individuals coming in your way. It isn't even just, you know, it isn't just even like sort of obstacles that just pop up, you know, like things that we have to just get over. But it seems to be intentional. Like it feels, because 7 of Wands is a card for valor, right? Valor and bravery. And it's, you know, it feels very much like you against the world. And the world being other people who are sort of like, you know, throwing monkey wrenches in your plans. And even if they don't mean to, it feels like that for you. And this is interesting that this will be coming in, Aquarius, because it feels like this is, you're trying to get close to somebody, but you don't, you know what I mean? You're having to do all of this, right? You're having to, you know, it feels like there's a lot of people blocking you, right? For whatever reason. It's quite interesting. You round your week off with a Hanged Man, and I think that to a certain degree, you're really inspired by all of this. It may have been that in the past, This could be for an Aquarius who normally does really well with getting whoever it is they want, right? And this week it feels like, oh, hang on a second, this is really a lot harder. For some reason, it's become harder for you to get who you want. And it's been really inspiring because the Hangman is kind of like when you wake up. Hangman is close to Firefly energy in terms of inspiration. It's generally when you wake up and you feel so inspired that you actually want to make an effort in a particular area in your life. And it could be that up until now, like you've never really made that much effort getting someone or trying to get next to someone because it was probably so easy for you, right? Or whoever you decided to sort of flirt with or try to hand your cup of love to is quite easy to get next to them. But this person is a challenge. Like you're finding yourself challenged in a way to get next to them. And this is extremely inspiring to you in a way because you're like, well, damn, this is actually quite exciting. Normally it's so easy and it's like, it's just making them even more attractive to you. And it's certainly making you feel like more inspired to put more effort in than you ever have before. It's quite interesting how this is going to turn out. We have strength for you, the Tower, and 7 of Cups. Well, some of you, this is your last spread. Some of you are coming into the week, Aquarius, with strength energy. So you're being really, really strong about not letting your emotions get the best of you. But you have a moment this week that serves as a Tower moment. And it's like you came in the week so strong, right? Setting boundaries, not succumbing to your emotions. Your emotions are still riding high. And then when you have this Tower moment, something happens this week. By the end of the week, you are really like, I don't know, somehow it's like you try to be tough right here, and it's strong. You are strong, but something happens this week. It feels like you fall sort of completely in love with somebody. By the end of the week, you're really up, like, you know what I mean? You're daydreaming about fairy tale love with somebody, like a real kind of, because 7 of Cups is really kind of wishful, pie in the sky, ideas about relationships, right? Sometimes it can be even unrealistic. It's very kind of living in your perfect daydream or living in your perfect sort of outcome or fairy tale, right? And daydreaming about it, right? So something happens this week that really gets you thinking that, thinking in that way about a particular relationship. The only thing with the 7 of Cups is just try to be careful, try to be grounded, because sometimes this can be just like very heavy wishful thinking. And then if you're not, a bit grounded about it and a bit grounded about the way you're going about it, you may have an unrealistic expectation, right? So you want to stay grounded, but nevertheless, this does feel like a strong moment with this Tower. It's like something happens. You meet someone or you meet up with someone maybe that you've already been interested in or something like that. But it's like, I think the Tower moment is going to have something to do with this ability to hold your emotions down. I think that you probably have been really strong around this one particular individual, right? Because it feels like this is about somebody you already know. And it just feels like whatever event happens this week, it's like they just make you buckle. It's like you just can't hold it anymore, right? Because a Tower moment is a moment where you completely change your whole outlook. It could be that you realize you're in love with somebody that you didn't think you were in love with, or you may be realizing that no matter how strong you feel you are, when you're in their presence, you just go weak at the knees. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it's one of those things where the connection is so strong that it really sort of turns your whole idea about something. And I feel like that because you round off with that 7 of Cups, and that is a real wishful thinking now about this union. It feels like a real kind of falling in love, a very passionate falling in love happening with somebody you least expected it to happen with. You know what I'm saying? And so that's your Tower moment. Could be your heart chakra opening wide up, their heart chakra opening wide up, but it's pretty intense. All right, guys, this is your reading for March 1st through the 7th. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check out your other readings in the description below. But for right now, Aquarius, I want you to have a wonderful first week of March, and I'll see you next week for your weekly outlook. Bye-bye now.